All right, Hippo Nation, great to be back with you all again. This is a Bankrupt Hippo signing back on for more FUT Champions Weekend League fun. I owe you guys an extremely great apology for last time out. Both of my batteries actually ended up dying, and I had a really hard time replacing those within the 30 seconds, and unfortunately we had to forfeit a really great match that we came back from 3-0 down, so I greatly apologize for that. I'm really sorry, but let's see if we can actually get right back into it and recover with a few more wins here. So let's get right back into it. And I finally went through on my promise and started the Storytime series with the story of Ronaldinho and Andres Iniesta. It's on my channel. Go ahead and check it out. Let me just make sure that we have enough fitness available for my players. Salah needs more contracts. Okay, so next game we'll probably apply a fitness consumable just to make sure everyone's all good to go for the next few matches. Alright, let's get right into it then. So the first 4 games, as of right now, we're staying at 2-2. Unfortunately, like I said from the last game from last stream, it was a draw going into the second half of extra time, but my batteries ran out and I had to forfeit, so... But hey, it makes for a great story and a lesson learned way down the line. Now I definitely have backup batteries all over the place, so better believe it won't happen again anytime soon. But right now I think the goal of this time around is I'm going to try to get anywhere between another 4 to 6 games in the next few hours, just so that we can keep on pace for 10 today, 10 Saturday, 10 Sunday, just to keep it even keel and so that I can bring you guys more content as well. For all those of you who have been joining me, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. It's all about having a good time. Hit up the chat if you guys would like me to try anything else. If you want me to experiment with anything, try different players. I'm still on the hunt for a left winger, and I'm still trying to think of who might be the best option. So we'll see what happens there. Right now, it's between highly leveled up Rashford, Sterling, or Sane, and even Mane too, Sadio Mane of Liverpool, so we'll see what happens there. Well, I'm glad I kind of drove a yellow card straight away, give myself a little bit more flexibility, especially if I can get them sent early on in the game, but we'll see.
Great chance, and the goalkeeper very much on his game today.
Wow, Pele's so deadly. So I noticed this afternoon, actually, after I started my stream this morning, that FIFA came out with a FIFA Ultimate Team pack, quote-unquote, and what it is essentially each week they're going to send out a pack of 7 really awesome loan players. They'll give you a loan of like 10 games to use them, and you kind of test them out and see how they work. So kind of like it's almost like the FUT draft, but more of a sample. So I think that's kind of a cool idea, but since it's the end of the season, it's kind of like it seems kind of half-baked. But hey, I don't make the rules; I just follow them. Sweet, what a good start! I think that's the first crossing goal I've had so far in the weekend league, so that was kind of cool. It was really interesting too. So earlier on, if you haven't seen my installments for the FUT draft, the experiment that we kind of all performed together just to see what it was all about. And I noticed in part 2 that Twitch muted my audio for like a good portion of it, and I found out the reason being was because it was playing the music. You guys could hear the music in the background from the FIFA soundtrack, and they said it was like a copyright infringement. So right now, if you go out there and see there's no audio for it, that's why I'm still working on maybe appealing that. Since I'm newer to Twitch, I'm kind of hesitant to do so, but we'll see. You know, it's all about taking chances. Don't mind taking a little bit of risk. Yeah, I was running too fast there.
Ben Yedder. Griezmann. Now Pogba. Ben Yedder. He's blocked the shot well. Neatly intercepted.
Man, Pogba's such a beast. I'm going to switch the play down to Mahrez, or up to Mahrez, I should say. Go get it, Julian. Yeah, not quite.
Just read the intentions of the opposition there to make the interception. And here they are on the attack.
Whoops, lost control of the ball there.
And got there first.
Yeah, so I think if this weekend, if I have a little bit of time, I think I'm actually going to start my stream of Gears of War Ultimate Edition as well, just to kind of do something different. I'm a big fan of stories with phenomenal games, and I think Gears of War is an iconic franchise that provides that. Gears 5 is coming out very soon. I think I might try to get a hold of the limited edition console eventually. Probably I'll wait for it to go on sale on Black Friday or something, but we'll see what happens there. I'm really interested to see how that whole thing with Kate is going to play out. From the cover of the game and the consoles and all the other stuff I've been seeing, it looks like, I don't know if it's Queen Mira that appears on the front there. I don't really know what's going on with that, or I don't know if it's Kate dressed up as Queen Mira. Well, I guess we'll find out, but we'll see. I'm really interested to see how that's going to play out. I bet you she's some sort of Locust Queen if I had to really guess, but you know, it's all part of the anticipation. It's all part of the fun, so should be fun to watch. Do the cutback. Oh no, Zlatan. Like I said, I gotta slow my roll on some of those. Like right now, guys. Okay, there you go, composure. That's what it's all about, just keeping composed, you know, not freaking out too much, not tweaking, as I like to call it, choking. Some might, there's a word for everything. I bet you could, somebody come up with a new word actually and let me know what for choking or tweaking or whatever you like to call it. Whoops. See, now I'm overpassing because it worked for the first 2 goals. Now I just gotta chill. Well, my defense is doing really good at deflecting everything. They've saved my butt a couple times so far already, so I'm glad that I'm getting my money's worth, or my coin's worth, out of them. Like I was kind of mentioning the other day, I just don't believe in the whole thing of buying packs in FIFA. I just don't like the whole business model of you have to charge players money to, you know, on top of the 60 to 100 bucks you're already spending. I just think that's wrong, not unethical, but pretty close to it. Because everybody works really hard for everything they have, and I just think that, you know, players just shouldn't have to be burdened by such a thing. But hey, if you like doing that and you like spend your money on that kind of thing, more power to you. That's admirable, and I think that's fantastic, especially those who play really often. It's kind of fun because, you know, you get to see, it's almost like open up a present on a holiday or something, you know. It's like you never really know what you're going to get, and sometimes when you get something cool, it's like, wow, that really, it actually even makes your day. So, let's see if I can catch up to that ball. I'll take a chance here. Yeah, that middle was a little too clogged up for that shot.
Steered through. He's given offside. Yeah, he's playing on the
oh, I thought it was just a goal kick. I'm like, wow, he wasn't off. Weird, but
on the move.
Yikes. I've been having a lot of trouble passing on free kicks with my goalie. It just seems to be really, I don't want to say out of place, but just a lot more difficult than it. Yikes, got saved by the post. And right now, I've noticed with this opponent in particular that they're really aggressive on the high press, and I think that it's hurting them because of the fact that whenever I counterattack, they don't have enough defenders back or support on defense to match all of my attacking options. I mean, I could have anywhere between 4 to 8 of my teammates just screaming up the field to try and score, because my opponent actually has quite a few shots, 8 shots. Like that's definitely 3 more than I got. So just had a thought earlier I was going to mention to you all, but I can't remember what it was. Hopefully it'll come to me soon. I remember it being kind of a interesting observation. And also, if you guys don't like watching these on Twitch, I've also got a YouTube channel. It's just the same gamer tag that I have in my channel name on Twitch. If you just look that up on YouTube, you should be able to find me. I also got a picture of a hippo on there too for all of us in Hippo Nation just trying to have a good time. So it's a work in progress. It'll be fun, which is exactly what we're here for, of course.
Ball played to Mendy. Kondogbia. And here's the shot. The shot's hit the post.
Wow.
No nonsense defending
Luck
from
is
him.
on her side today. Well, I guess this is some makeup luck for the fact that my batteries sort of ran out earlier. Oh, that was a really good first touch by De Bruyne. I should have just shot it right on the first time.
Well, the player that we're featuring here
Fernandinho is
has
just
done
such a
well. He's
monster in
certainly been
defense.
excellent
He
on
is
this
seriously, I
first
could put
half.
him in the center back position. He would fare just
Good
fine.
vision here. Hazard. Now here's a chance to
I'm gonna
get
put
out
a
of position.
cross in the air here.
A
Penalty?
Well,
Wow, okay,
well.
penalty. I think right now my opponent's just really frustrated because of the fact that they've hit the post twice, and now it should be 2-2, but now it's 2-0. So I'm gonna go upper right post here.
Put it wide. Well,
I completely missed it. I think that's the first time I just didn't even put a penalty on target. I think I was just like the past few games you might have noticed, because I think I've been streaming them. I've gotten my penalties have gotten blocked quite a few times with the usual strategy I use, so I think might just be getting in my head a little bit.
They get through them, but they haven't, and now they can get
But
on
you know,
the
like I
ball
said, just
play.
sticking with the plan. Not every.
And such quality
Oh boy, that
in the
really
build-up.
hurts. Yeah, they're
Brilliant
making me
finish.
pay for
A
missing that
wonderful
penalty.
goal. It's always spectacular when the ball flies.
All right, let's see if
into
we
the
can
top
squeak
corner.
another one.
Here's one
See if
to
we can squeak another
look at
goal
and
in
mark
before
hard to get. Played forward,
before more
bit of
time runs out. I
menace in
forgot
this
it's the
attack.
second half already, so
Tackle goes in.
hopefully we can hold our own
Fernando
here and
Torres.
trying to see if I can get Fernandinho to
Now
run back.
Pogba.
See,
Not trying to catch this
there you
cross.
go.
He's punched it away.
trying to see if I can intercept here, and I want to keep my opponent out of the middle. Like you know the strategy. You guys have heard me say it. Keep my opponent out of the middle as much as I can,
Well,
just so they I can avoid things like that. I like to keep my center backs nice and tight. Don't like them to get too wide from each other, because if you do, it creates a lot of one-on-ones, and you don't ever want to be in a one-on-one with a very skilled attacker, like just like everybody pretty much has. So
and they get it away.
see, I'd rather have them make a play like that rather than
Quick,
really any alternative.
quick in his movement too to intercept.
Whoops.
There. And shoots. That's a
Oh
brilliant goal.
boy, yikes.
Talk about fighting spirit.
I deserve this.
Two behind, and now
My
it's
opponent
even
deserves to be
Stevens.
tied right now, at
So
the
it's
very
2-2
least.
now.
All right, we got more work to do. Here we go.
Now this looks promising. Just working away.
Ah,
trying
just
to
one
find
more
an
pass
opening.
would have been perfect.
Neatly intercepted.
Let's see here.
Oh, he spotted the pass and cut it out. Torres. Cristiano Ronaldo, so good in the air. Defended well.
My opponent earlier in my first stream of the day was really good. They were really good at
Good clearance.
crossing for some reason. I don't know why. They were
Saw
just
the pass coming and got there
super
first.
skilled at it. Every cross they pretty much had just turned into a goal. So
Great chance to go
you
in
don't want
front.
those one-on-one situations.
Rising.
So I'll just have to clog up the middle just a little bit more.
Swing in from the corner. It is a corner
See if
that's
David
too
can
close
catch
to the
this.
goalkeeper.
And then I see
That's the
Hazard
ball
on the
day.
wing running over, so quickly give it an outlet to him.
On the
I think one of the
move,
hardest
able
things to
cut
do
out
is
the
to
pass.
navigate out of a
This could lead to a
heftier
chance. Good
situation
attacking
like
play.
that, is when you just get
interception there.
dispossessed and all your numbers are basically behind you. It's so tough to just kind of get out of there really quickly and try to salvage possession a little bit more. See, like right now, see, I'm making the mistake.
It's an erratic moment from the
So
goalkeeper.
I'm just gonna kind of wait for
And an
everybody to
error
clear
too,
out a
but
little
an error
bit.
that he's got away with.
When
I'm gonna
you
hoof
give the
this one
ball away as a
upfield.
keeper, it normally leads to a dangerous situation. That's the nature of the job. And he
See, there we go.
got away with it.
Better. Not much better at all. Wow, I am really choking right now. See if I can track everybody back a little bit. See, let's just force him outside. Yikes. Okay.
Oh, lovely
What a
block
comeback
stop.
though. Wow, I'm really impressed.
Very good header, great technique.
Down 2-0 and they're coming back now. See, anything can happen. It's part of the fun. Alright, we still got a little bit of time. Let's see if we can't go ahead and nab a tying goal. Maybe force it
Plenty of
into
goals here today, 3-2.
extra time here.
Pogba. On to Fernando Torres.
Oh boy. I'm going to force him to the outside post.
Shot blocked here.
There we go. See, when I make them pick an angle like that, it always helps. So I'm going to see if I can maybe, let's see if I can dribble around. Not quite. They're going to catch up. Oh, no. See, that's just poor playing on my part. I didn't even realize Pogba was right there. That was surprising. Stick with it, stick with it. See, now I'm freaking out because now I'm down one after being up 2-0 in the second half. That's just bad. All right, let's go. Let's go. Go, Mars. Go. Go. Maybe I'll try to shoot this one. Oh, no. I choked again. Go get it, REA. All right, we got about 8 minutes left, which is like about 2 minutes in FIFA time. Is that a thing, FIFA time? I think it's a thing. FIFA time, that's got to be a thing. Okay, that's game, yeah. I am really, this opponent, yeah, they definitely deserve this. Like, they should actually probably have, like, 6 goals, I'm not even going to lie. Although I will say it looks like they've been using a lot of the ultimate pack that they've been opening up. I might actually try and see. Oh, poor David. Yeah, but my opponent definitely deserves to be winning right now, without a doubt. They've recovered quite well, and I just have not been able to stomp, quote-unquote, stop on the throat, if you will. Jeez, Torres just has amazing breakaway speed. Oh boy. Okay, I definitely deserve. Yeah. Jeez. Keep it going, Hazard. I almost forgot too that Hazard's pacing speed is 91. David De Gea is unbelievably good, but not that good. Yeah, please do a cool celebration though. I'm not a fan of that one. I just think there's so many other. You could do the jig, the Irish jig, I believe is what it's called. Wow, scored 5 in the second half. I'm just defending like balls. Wow. All right, let's see if I can just get one here. Please score, Hazard. I should have passed off to Zlatan one more time. Jan Oblak is a really fantastic goalkeeper. I think that's actually my first corner. Believe it or not. Oh, I wish I would have noticed his keeper was out. I was going to try it's like, once in a while, if I'm feeling really ambitious, I'll try to score directly from the cross. So, like, if I have, like, for example, De Bruyne has, like, 93 curve. You can score from across on that, so you just got to put it in the right position and have a little bit of luck and have a ton of curve. So, but yeah, so that would have been something cool to try. So, right now, we're 2-3 in the weekend league, which I believe now we're quote-unquote ranked. I think what they do is they take you from those first 5 games, they rank you amongst other players of a similar caliber, perhaps. I don't know if they do it by wins and losses. I don't know if they do it by some other computer algorithm, but somehow, some way, EA Sports is able to make it happen. So, and it looks like my team is going to need a fitness consumable as well, so I'll go ahead and grab one of those before we get headed into the next few games here. Let's see. It's bugging me. I still can't remember what I was gonna tell you all about or say earlier. It's bugging the hell out of me, so apologies for that. Okay, so everything looks all set. It's weird that I always wonder how EA comes up with these overalls based on some of the players, because, like, for example, Eden Hazard is 91 overall, but he's only got like 1 or 2 attribute categories that are like 91 and above. And I noticed the other day too with Paul Pogba, he's got like all mid 80s to like high 70s in terms of his attribute categories, but he's 88 overall. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't make a ton of sense to me per se, but I don't know if they do it by positions. Like, for example, if you're a winger, they're not going to take into account, oh, you have 37 defending, so that's going to drop your player rating down, or I guess it might depend on position, you could say. Alright, let's see. I was really excited. So between streams today, I was able to do 2 things. One, start up the YouTube channel, and also as well I made my favorite dish today. It's called migas. It's a Mexican dish. So like what you do is you take vegetable oil, you fry up maybe, depending on how much you have, like 4 or 5 teaspoons of it, or tablespoons perhaps. You get your stovetop cooking really hot. You get the oil nice and fried, and then you start throwing in corn tortillas. Corn, specifically corn, just because they taste a lot better than flour in this particular case. You break them up into little tiny pieces. You toss them into the oil. You let the oil soak in or you let the tortillas soak in all that oil. You let them cook until they're really crispy. They're even a little burnt. I like them a little bit burnt. And then once that's soaked in, you start adding in the eggs. You let those cook. You start adding in some shredded cheese. You mix it all together. Add a little bit of salt and even some chorizo, or really any meat that you'd like. I recommend chorizo just because it stays consistent with the Mexican dish. But I highly recommend trying it. I could even make like a stream of. The post has saved me 3 times today now. I could even make like a stream of me cooking it. It's amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. It's so good. So. If any of you are interested in that, hit up the chat, let me know. I'd love to do something like that as well. If there's any other dishes you guys like that I should try, just let me know, and I could even try making those as well for fun. And just eat delicious food. I kind of like prefer to make stuff at home rather than eat out, although eating out is such a phenomenal thing. It's just, I don't know what it is about chains and restaurants. They can just make food like nobody's business, but I'm sure they have some unhealthy, mass-produced way to do it, just like me with migas. Yeah, Ronaldo's not missing that. He's 99 overall. 99, yeah, he ain't missing that. He's even got 50 defending too. Wow. The team of the, I think it's team of the year. That's his team of the year card. Every single one of those guys is just out of this world. But Van Dijk's, I believe, is only like 96, which I thought was kind of a weird mistake for him being the best center back in the entire world. Alright, let's see if I can kind of slow down the gameplay a little bit. I'm starting to play really bad defensively and offensively. I don't even think I've had a shot yet, so let's see if I can just employ a little bit of patience. Just let my defender kind of run around me a little bit.
The opposition read the back heel. Getting the ball back and thinking, great vision.
See, I'm even starting to make the mistake of controlling my center backs when I really shouldn't be.
The direction of the pass and was able to intervene. Saw the pass coming and got there first.
And for everybody watching too, if you're looking for more followers or looking for more of a community presence on Twitch and just want to get to know more FIFA players, let me know in the chat and I can follow your Twitch channel as well. I'd love to get to know more streamers, some of the tactics everybody uses, and just talking games in general.
Pressure on another corner. One short with the corner.
Or if you got any other transfer rumors for world football or whatever.
Aldo. Shot on. The ball's loose. Goalkeeper made the save, but he couldn't hold it.
Whew. That was a close one. Alright, let's see. Nobody looks to be open, so I gotta kind of.
Here's Kevin De Bruyne.
Good move, De Bruyne. See, I'm just gonna keep taking my space at this point because they're just flocking to me and trying to get me to choke up the ball, it seems.
Strong challenge.
See, my opponents have started to notice my cutback technique, so I think my best bet's gonna end up just being, well,
Put him from the wide area. Oh, that's good.
I'm impressed that Zlatan can dribble through all that. So I think I might try to avoid the cutback to a certain extent. The pass back though, that's just deadly. Passing it back and forth. See, now I'm just gonna do a straight up cross. But you know, like I said, if I get too, I just can't do that too deep because otherwise I'm gonna nab it straight to the keeper, and we don't want that either. So we'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. I think that's one of my biggest mistakes as a FIFA player is getting too far deep into those crossing areas and then trying to make a miracle happen when it's just it's just not going to. No matter how good your player is, or no matter what modifier they have.
Douglas Costa with Dybala again. Aurier.
Oh shoot.
Clear the danger. Alexandro. Bit predictable with the passing and the opposition able to deal with that.
I wish I kind of watched the Serie A a little bit more because I keep hearing Alexandro's like one of the best left backs in the world, but I honestly I can't tell. I really can't tell just because of the fact I've never seen him play. All I know about him is when I see him play in FIFA and his skill level there. So, which I will say is really interesting because I'll give you an example. So, player ratings in FIFA and other sports games like NBA 2K, they often contradict what people's opinions are in the real world. So for example, LeBron James, I'm pretty sure, has been the highest ranked player in 2K for the past probably 6-7 years, if not decade. And he hasn't won MVP every year, but he's ranked as the best player in the game overall when it comes out. So I just always find that kind of interesting. It's like, okay, I almost think that video game companies like EA almost get it right more often in terms of talent and skill than people in real life. I just think people in real life have way too much bias, and I think EA does a really good job of avoiding that bias in 2K. And oh yeah, that's a fantastic goal. That was a deadly cutback right there. But yeah, just kind of some food for thought. I just thought that was always kind of interesting. Like I wonder what goes into like these players' ratings. I don't know if they have them come in and do some workouts for them or what. I'd really love to find more research on that. I almost even thought about trying to work for EA, but as like I said, as a corporation, they don't have the best reputation right now. But we'll see what the future holds in that regard.
Positionally, he'll feel that he could have done a lot better there.
Let's see if we can make a bit of a comeback here. Let's see if we can put on a win. Yeah, because we can't do anything if I don't pass up the field correctly. Okay, there we go. There's a silver lining. Just one more pass to Zlatan. I'm going to go ahead and go for a long ball here. Yikes, that was a bad shot. When Jan Oblak puts his hands in the air, he walks off to the side. Yeah, you could pretty much be rest assured that it's not going in. Unless they really tweak hard, but in which case they'll be like, hell yeah, brother.
Back to Ronaldo. Must score.
Yeah, Ronaldo's not missing. He's not missing. Yeah, see, there's a cool celebration. I like that. That's sweet. I don't think I've ever seen that one before, so that's cool. I'm glad I saw another one today. Still got a little bit of phlegm going on. I don't know what the heck is going on with me. It's like the last few days just sore throat and all. Don't know what it is, but
one team really on their game today, the other very off color.
Man, I just cannot hang on to the ball.
Here's Douglas Costa.
If you guys have any suggestions on how to improve my gameplay too, feel free to drop them in the chat, send me a message, whatever it may be. Just let me know. I'm totally cool with criticism as well. That's how we get better as players, and that's how we have more fun too. Because winning is also fun. Not even gonna deny. See, oh okay, it's a corner kick. All right, so let's see if we can do what we did again earlier this morning, and let's see if we can come back from 3 down to, if not tie it, win it. You know. Already suggesting subs. It's not even half yet. Alright, so I guess it's about half, but I'm trying to do too much now. I think a good little halftime break will do me some good. Yeah, Ronaldo's just not missing. Just not missing. And plus, I'm defending like shit. You know, some days are good and some days are bad. Today is just, I'm bad. See, another lame celebration? No, wait. I'd rather have him do the baby or have them do the baby cradle again. Any good ice cream flavors that anybody likes? I think I'm going for later. I have no idea what I want though. I'm more of a cookie dough and mint chocolate chip kind of guy, but you know, if I don't venture out and try new things, I'll never know what else is out there. So, alright, so I think I'm going to take my time a little bit more during halftime. Maybe just take a load off. Looks like my opponent's going to do the same thing too. I'm trying to see if I can I just altered my jerseys not too long ago. I got really tired of having the two same FIFA jerseys. So if there's any really cool ones that you guys have, one shot, yikes. Yeah, look at my opponent. Oh man, my opponent's all in the green on the screen on the right. Jesus, that's so bad. Yikes. It's okay. We're going to do better next game. Like I said, some of these guys are just really good ballers, and when you couple that with a player like me who's a novice and having a bad day, this is what it looks like. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see, I wonder what my coffee, let's see what my coffee count is actually for the day in terms of cups of coffee. I think I am 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so actually a little bit below the average day. I've only had 4, normally I'm up to 6, plus a trip to Dunkin' Donuts, so probably more like 8. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, I'll let you guys know how this goes, but my record for going to Dunkin' Donuts the number of times in a day is 3. I kind of want to break that record and do 4. Alright, we got one back. Alright, the comeback starts now. Let's do it. So, yeah, I kind of want to go 4 times in a day just to see how good it is. Because you know, it's been 4 or 5 years since I've been going to Dunkin' Donuts. I haven't gotten tired of it yet, so. And you might be thinking, dude, you're crazy. Dunkin' Donuts is like, you know.
Couple of options for him from the free kick, whether to go for goal or
I thought he was calling a penalty. You might be thinking, oh wow, that's like a lot of money. Honestly, the Dunkin' Donuts in my town, if you go between 2 and 6, an iced coffee, which is what I get every day, is only $1.25, which isn't too bad. Which isn't too bad at all. $1.25 is pretty reasonable, and if you go during every other time, it's $1.75. So I might go on average like every other day. So about like, you know, only $6 a week. To me, that's not bad. That's worth it. Like I said, some people like spending money on FIFA cards. So others like spending on coffee every day, just like me. So nothing wrong with it either way. I mad respect for the game and the hustle. And no, I do not get really hyper when I drink that much coffee either. I just, to me, it just tastes good, and that's the moral of the story. That's about it. All right, let's see if I can get some guys up the field. I see Hazard running up the wing a little bit. My dribbling moves haven't been very refined the last couple matches either, but like I said, we're going to mount this comeback. See, I'm just being too slow. That ball's going to go to my opponent. Yeah, I'm just being a little slow, being a little sluggish. Basically, I haven't had enough coffee. Like I said, the coffee doesn't affect me too much, so it probably wouldn't have much of a difference. But maybe I just don't think it has a difference, and it actually does, so maybe I'll do a little bit of research into that too. That's a good jump by Cancelo. I heard they're starting to do the Puskás awards. I've been kind of paying attention from what I've seen on social media, who's all up for their goals. I think Zlatan's for his 500th career. I'm a little biased here, probably, because, you know, like I said, love Zlatan Ibrahimovic, favorite player in the world, and I think he's top 5 best ever to play. But anyway, I think his 500th career goal was really special, and in comparison to everybody else, where it's just a long shot and a fantastic curler. That's fine. It's just, how often do you see a 360-degree jump in the air with hitting on the outside of your foot into the goal for your 500th? That doesn't happen. It does not happen. Ever. Well, I can't say ever because now Zlatan's done it. Oh boy, yeah, now this comeback just got a little bit harder. That's okay. We can do it. I'm going to sub off Fernandinho for Pizzi just to get some offensive momentum going. At this point, the defensive mentality is kind of in the background. See, another land celebration. Come on, give me something cool. Give me something cool to use. Bummer, man. The worm, that's another. Yeah, do the worm. Yeah, score on me and do the worm. I love seeing that one. See if I can just keep in. Yeah, and then it's like when my opponent surrounds me like that, there's no getting around it. Thanks, Martin Tyler, for rubbing it in. I kind of wonder, like, from year to year if the, not to say that it's bad or good or otherwise, but like the FIFA commentating in general in video games just hasn't really been great by any measure. So I'm like curious to see if, oh my word, oh, that's so frustrating. How far off? Yeah, I was quite off. I didn't realize Donnarumma was even, what do you call it, rushing at me. Yeah, this is a bad game, guys, without a doubt in my mind. All right, let's see if I can earn that one back.
Can really get at the opposition here.
I'm being too slow again. Yeah, this is a bad day. But like I said, I think after this we got another 25 to go yet, so we got plenty of time to recover. Let's see if we can win 25 in a row. I think we can. And this game's not over yet either, so let's get an extra 4 in right before the end of the game so we can force into OT and strike fear into the hearts of our opponents. So I'm just noticing, looking at the player HUD at the bottom, that they're giving me a lot of... I didn't even look at any of my players there. I just looked directly at my my map, my player HUD at the bottom of the screen there, and it looks like my opponent's actually covering the wings mostly and not the center. I wish I would have noticed that earlier, because it probably would have made this a lot more... Go ahead and get it, David. We don't have much time. A little bit more meaningful, maybe giving me a little bit of an edge. Like now I'm looking in the middle of the park and there's nobody but my, red and, not red, geez, purple and blue jerseys, so see if I can just patiently find some holes to exploit. That probably wasn't the best decision considering. Jump Zlatan. Yikes, okay, oh right. Well, if I hit the post and didn't score, I would say it's karma coming back. So fair is fair. Fair is absolutely fair. Let's see if I can get see if we can get 3 more goals. I'm feeling a comeback. We can do it.
And this consolation goal might be a positive for the manager.
Yeah, I think so for the next game.
See, I heard Martin Tyler say positive. See, he's feeling the positivity too. I hope you guys are as well.
Here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
See, only a couple more. Only need a couple more. What is it? Okay, so 3 in 10 minutes. So 1 every 3 minutes. So we can do it. We're gonna go right away. I'm gonna let my opponent come to me. I'm gonna take the space a little bit. Switch the play. Give it up to Mahrez. Go back to the center. I'm gonna stick to the center here a little bit more. See if I can. Yep, there we go.
Ibrahimovic slipped through.
Oh, Pizzi. Oh, buddy. I've noticed too, Pizzi's weak foot, not particularly great, as you guys probably just saw there. I mean, geez, left foot, you're right in front of, I guess not right in front of the net. Tough angle. But, got a score there.
De Bruyne giving the opposition a problem with their interpassing.
Good pass.
On the move and able to cut out.
One more, perhaps. See, my opponent's adopting my tactic and just hanging out in the center there, and it's working quite well. I'm telling you, it works wonders if you do it right. Penalty? Yeah, not quite. I'm just outside the box.
That's going to be a yellow card for this player.
Okay, so I'm going to keep everybody in for now. I'm not going to make any changes. Pizzi's already in there, and he's really all I want. So let's see if we can sneak one in right here. About 1.5 bar power should do. I hit that too light. It might squeak over. Oh, it did squeak over, but Donnarumma saved it, so I think that extra little bar of power there might have helped. See if Mahrez can squeak this one in. Score. Hit the post. Okay, 2 more. We can do it. 2 more. We got it. We're going to get extra time, too, so we can do 2 more. We can do 2 more. Or maybe my opponent lost batteries as well, and I might surprisingly get a forfeit in this one. So this game taking a really long time too. This is our 2nd game, maybe. It just seems like this game is taking forever. Which ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said, maybe my opponent ran out of batteries in the next 30 seconds. They'll get a W. So we'll see. See if they don't move. Okay, this is a distinct possibility. Maybe luck is on our side today.
Ibrahimovic able to cut that out with some sharp movement.
Please score.
Hazard. And shoots. And it's out.
Is my opponent really not controlling anybody? Maybe I should just take my time here and just wait. I think that's what I might do, because if they're not playing for 30 seconds, then that's grounds for a forfeit if I'm not mistaken.
De Bruyne. Mahrez.
All right, Mahrez, go for the hat trick. One more, baby. Let's go.
It's a hat trick today. He's really been on form.
Is that the W?
Really
nah, not quite. That's just me lagging. I seriously wonder if they've run out of time. But that's a long time to go without. Oh, is that the forfeit? Is that the forfeit? I'm really curious to see. No, it's not the forfeit. It was too good to be true, guys. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if they might have just lost connection in general. But hey, 4-5, you know, I was down 4-0 at one point. Or I should say we were down 4-0 at one point. So that wasn't a bad showing for that at all. That was just a really long game. Like I said, that had to be at least 22 minutes, if not more. So let's just keep it going. Let's just keep it rolling. Still thinking about that ice cream. So top 3 flavors of mine. I think mint chocolate chip is definitely going to stay number 1 on my list. Number 2, cookie dough. 3, I like Moose Tracks a lot. I really enjoy Moose Tracks. The only thing I don't like in it is the nuts. I'm not a big fan of nuts and chocolate ice cream, or any ice cream really in general. But still, chocolate in it, that's where it really comes in handy. So I'm trying to think of what other 2 flavors I'm really into. Vanilla with chocolate chips in it, that is just, there's nothing like it. There's just absolutely nothing like it. It is the most gorgeous combination I've ever tried in my life. And if you ground them up, you know, almost get them into a powder and start stirring them into your vanilla ice cream, oh, it's the best. The 5th flavor, or cookies and cream. Cookies and cream for sure.
A worldwide audience, and the players are well aware of that.
All right, let's see if we can get a W here. Let's see if we can pull out our 3rd win. Like I said, with patience, the wins will come. I'm going to see if I can keep sticking to my formula here, reset a little bit, and hopefully we'll get a good result here. Let's see, come on, Hazard, scream up the wing there, scream up the ring, scream up the ring. Okay, there we go, he's open. That's a good move. All right, I'm shooting it. Yikes, okay. Hey, not a bad start. If nobody's approaching me in the penalty area like that and I have anybody, I'm going to shoot it. Let's go tactic number 2 here. What a goal, Salah. Good job. Okay. All right, well, good start. I forgot Salah was 80 everything plus, so. See, and then I don't understand that either. It's like, okay, 80 everything. It's like, wouldn't they be like, by the, just sticking with consistency, wouldn't they be like, I don't know, 99, because like Salah, he's 80 everything, all the way up to 90 in some cases. Like, wouldn't that make him... Oh, no. Score, please. Oh, I thought he hit the post again. I would have died. That's happened, too, you know. You hit the post once, you got like, oh, I got an open angle, I'll shoot it again. You hit the post twice. It's like, no.
Salah now. Roberto Firmino.
Premier League is starting to back up tomorrow morning. I'm really excited to watch Manchester United hopefully get a W this week against Crystal Palace. I still feel really bad for Paul Pogba missing that penalty. I feel bad for him just because he gets, I think, an unfair amount of criticism from the fan base, especially from, you know, other United legends that, I don't know, for some reason they seem to have a lot of issues with Paul Pogba. I think, you know, as him being one of the best center mids in the sorry, I just got a text message. One of the best center mids in the entire world. I hope my opponent isn't quitting here. That would be a bummer. Him being one of the best center mids in the world, I just think, you know, keeping him happy is of paramount importance, especially since he's still young. He's 25, 26 right now. You know, the rest of the team is only 22, 23, so keeping that consistency with the young squad like that, in a few years they could be back up to
striker who's coming off,
oh, he took off Mohamed Salah. That's a really interesting move. Alright, let's see if tactic number 1 is going to work in this case. Not quite. That was a... Oh, whoops, I overran that. That was just a really poor cross by myself in that case. Maybe. No, not quite. I didn't think so. Like I said, it's really important here to kind of stay aggressive. I'm going to try to hang on to the ball and frustrate my opponent a little bit more, just because of the fact that, look what happened last game when I stopped getting aggressive. And I respect all of my opponents to the fullest, no matter what skill level, so I'm just going to hang on to the ball a little bit while longer. Drive them nuts that I have the ball. All right, De Bruyne off the volley. Yeah, not quite. That's a tough shot, especially with your weak foot. I know he's got a 5-star weak foot, but still, it's just there. Yeah, so that's just tough.
Have to be so clever with that.
Fernandinho. Toby Alderweireld. Doing well to keep the ball. He's got his shot off now. And that
Good
is
block.
quite a wild effort at goal, although he got good contact on the ball. Mateo Kovacic. Brandt. Mahrez. Trying to slip it through.
That's a really good pass.
Out in front of goal.
Great, even better save.
Well, the fans went mad.
And now the shot. And the referee spotted that deflection. He's pointed for the corner.
Wonder how Hazard's going to do at Real Madrid. I keep forgetting that he's no longer a member of Chelsea Football Club, so I guess we'll see what kind of happens there.
Oh, that's good defending.
I have no doubt he'll succeed to the fullest. I think he'll actually even fare better at Real Madrid than he did Chelsea, so we'll see what happens.
Challenges for the ball. Well, maybe the counter-attack is on here. An incisive pass. Trying to find an opening on this counter-attack.
Wow, no deflection at all. That was actually a good shot from that angle. That's not bad at all. I'm always really impressed with players who can beat a keeper near post. I think that with that angle, it's just always harder, but every player's got their preference. So, oh, they have an Eden Hazard too. I didn't even realize that. Thorgan Hazard, his brother, he's making a come up in the Bundesliga right now as well. So, I'm actually going to let my opponent just kind of run it out like this. Could be that he's actually glitching as well. Either that or wasting time. So, I'm going to let them since I have the lead right now. So, another good pass. Okay, good. They're charging me. Good shot. It's really weird. I actually tried doing a chipped ball there, but for some reason my left button bumper didn't quite register. I don't know if it's just a fault in my controller. It's happened a few times. I mean, hey, we scored though, so it's all that matters. I see Hazard running up the wing again. We're going to go for a shot here. 3 bars. If you're ever looking for good soccer documentaries too, or shows, Sunderland Till I Die out on Netflix right now is absolutely phenomenal. I recommend it to the fullest extent possible. That, and I believe Manchester City has a documentary out there about their team when they won the title, I believe 2 seasons ago. Not last season, but 2 seasons ago. So that's another good one as well. You just kind of see the equipment manager, all the behind the scenes stuff that they've got going on. It's really entertaining. It, you know, even me as a Manchester United fan, like I said, I respect all of my opponents, and Manchester City, they're a really great club right now. They're probably the best club in the world. So, mad respect. I'll still watch and learn about as much about football or soccer as I possibly can. So, but yeah, it's really good. It kind of supports. You'll discover Guardiola is like really likable, like really likable. He's just such a cool guy. I'm always curious I still have to read Zlatan Ibrahimovic's biography, I Am Football, or maybe it's I Am Zlatan. I'm trying to remember what the title of it is. But he didn't have he wasn't very fond of Pep Guardiola at all. I'm trying to remember why. Like I said, I haven't read the biography yet, so I'll have to discover why exactly that is or was. But him and Jose Mourinho understand each other like no other. In fact, he was really excited when he came to United to play for Jose Mourinho again, which not very many players would admit such a thing. I think Jose Mourinho at United, I think he's, like I said, no doubt he's probably one of the best managers to ever coach in football. I just think for United at this point in time, it wasn't the right call for them. He just did not suit the style of the club historically. I mean, things have to change at clubs over time because, you know, if you don't change over time, you won't grow, you won't survive, you won't thrive. That's just how it is. We're in a world that is full of change constantly, and if you don't adapt to it on the fly, there's no way you're going to succeed. So I think that as a club, I think United have to get rid of the tradition part of it. I still agree you have to play exciting attacking football, but, you know, whatever the current state of everything is, you got to kind of roll with the punches and adapt a little bit. We can't keep resting on our laurels of we won the treble with Sir Alex Ferguson 20 years ago. That was 20 years ago. We're living in the now. And that's another thing that kind of irked me this year about United's kits was they had it was basically a logo dedicating the 20th anniversary of the treble. It's like, stop it. We're in the now. We're not. This isn't 20 years ago anymore. We're in the now. I mean, it was fantastic that they won the treble. I mean, no other team has ever won a European treble ever. And it's going to be it's going to be a long time before they do it again. So, but still, like I said, in terms of the club, you know, we need the here and we need the now, and I think we're slowly getting toward that. Which I wonder if I know Ed Woodward was going to look into hiring a football director. I don't know who that will be and when, but eventually I'm sure, I hope that they'll hire one. I guess I should really do more research into why Ed Woodward hasn't or doesn't. He's a brilliant businessman from what I understand, but other than that, I just know that him trying to buy and be the GM of a football club is just not his strong suit, which, like Ina said, you know, nothing wrong with it. I think they just need another perspective to cater to that football side of things that Ed Woodward he just isn't experienced enough to provide. They talked about, I believe, Rio Ferdinand at one point doing it. I don't see that making any sense either. So I'm going to see if the keeper runs out here. Because if I do, I'm going to try to score directly from the cross. Okay, he's not coming out, so I'm just going to pass it. Just going to dribble in as far as I can. Maybe draw a penalty. Not quite. So I mentioned this earlier. You'll notice that keeper keeps regularly running out. If the keeper regularly runs out, I'll try to be quote-unquote cheeky. I think that's a hilarious expression that a lot of people use. And I'll try to score directly from the corner kick. Like, I'll use like De Bruyne or Mahrez or whoever has got the foot that suits that side more. I'll try to score directly from it just because, one, it makes for a really cool highlight, and two, it's just fun. It's just something different to try. Right now we're up 3-0. It's not about being comfortable. It's just about trying new things and keeping our opponents on their toes. So that's what I get for talking crap. They score right away. So, but yeah, it's just about trying new things, keeping opponents on their toes. Continuing to keep them uncomfortable, because the more comfortable they get, the more of a problem it becomes for us as players. So keeping them on their toes is critically important. See, they're going to try to pass up the wing right there. Probably do a couple of cutbacks with Pepe, and I got saved by the post again. Oh boy. Oh no, guys, my heart is being broken. Okay, well, let's see if we can nab another one real quick. Get up, Julian. There we go. Okay, so now we'll switch the play a little bit. See if we can advance up the field a little bit more. I might even slow down play a little bit, maybe take a more of a conservative approach, if you will. Just to see if I can kind of hang on to this lead for a little while. Given how I'm playing today, I think this might be a bit of a better course of action, considering my offensive play today in particular just has not been very good. So, and I'd argue my defensive play either. So, yikes. See, I'm going to do a couple cutbacks here, see if anybody's open in the middle of the field. Not quite, but
getting forward well as a team now.
So you just go across the field back and forth a little bit. Try to get my opponent to kind of make that mistake. Did I dribble out? Dang it. Okay. Yeah, I'm really fucking things up for us, guys. Sorry. It's okay. We'll hang on and we'll see if we can go ahead and get this win. I think I'm going to try to make a couple runs on a counterattack. Try to see if I can score. See if my teammate is or my opponent is overplaying me like this. I'll go ahead and start to take some of those chances. I'm going to sub out Fernandinho for... I think I'm going to take more of a defensive approach with my sub. So Fernandinho, right now Busquets and Paul Pogba are both going to come in. I think I'm going to sub out Busquets, or switch around Busquets and Pogba for now and see what we can do there. Okay, so... Still want to see if my opponent's going to... Okay, my opponent's trying to come out again. So I'm going to have Mahrez just in case. If he comes out, okay, he's going to come out. I'm going to shoot it, actually. I'm going to try to aim that right there, get it over him, and see if I can score. Yeah, a little bit too high. I think the over... there's a little bit too much arc on it to really make it happen. So, but like I said, you need a little bit of luck for that to really work. So... luck just wasn't on our side in that particular case. Right now there's nobody up the wing, so I'm just going to take my space. Take it a little bit more. maybe even a little bit more.
Forward now, Ibrahimovic.
Sergio Busquets, I keep getting him confused with Mahrez. I think he's Mahrez, like 9 times out of 10. I gotta really hang on to that ball in the final third. That's killing me. See, now they're on the counterattack, and now I gotta run back with Busquets, whose pace is not very high. Just gonna try to force them outside, and once the ball gets away from them, I'm gonna pounce on it. Oh, what a save, David. Jeez. I hate it when they take that first touch as defenders. It's like, oh man, just go get it. Oh, Paul, no. Alright, now I have all horses running straight back. Go get it, go get it, go get it, that a boy. Okay, I'm going to switch the play again here just because there's no one over on the side of the pitch, and I'm actually going to do a really long threaded through ball. Maybe try some skill moves. There we go. Oh, no way. Oh, bummer. That's okay, we'll get it back.
Looking for teammates in the middle.
First time touch. Ah.
Long from the goalkeeper's kick.
See if I can. Okay, there we go. That's a good header by Alderweireld. I'm going to hang on to the ball again. Just going to keep hanging on to it till they come to me at this point. I'm going to go get it, Mohamed. Don't pass it that way. Alright, I'm just going to try to see if I can stop. I'm going to try to... Alright, I broke my golden rule. I didn't get really docked for that. I'm going to sub out Salah for Cancelo just for stamina's sake. See if I could stick to the plan here just for a few more minutes. Just hang on for a little while longer. That's a really good clearing header by Sergio Busquets. I mentioned this earlier. One of my pet peeves is when my players like to clear the ball directly to the center of the pitch. It drives me nuts because they just come back with another, basically another attack. It just, oh, it's the worst. Alright, now I gotta track back again. I can't foul here either. I just gotta... There he goes, Laton. Okay, guys, we held on and we got the win. We did it. Thank you guys for your help and support. Couldn't have done it without you. I think that's 4 now, so let me just check up on our time here. I think I might have time for just one more, but then that'll be it for the day. And then, of course, I'll catch up on some of the games. If not tonight, more than likely tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll probably play anywhere between 10 to 12 and see if we can get more of these games in. I'll have a little bit more time tomorrow, so that'll work out just fine. Alright, so a lot of players need contracts. Let's see if we can fulfill that need. 92, I think they're good in terms of fitness for one more game. Actually, no, I'm going to definitely refill on their on their chemistry. They're all 90 and below. That's a problem. Not their chemistry, sorry, their fitness. Jeez, I keep mixing that up today. It's driving me nuts. Alright guys, one more. We'll get right back into it. And then we will call it for a little while. Let me see if I can just get one that's a little cheaper here. 5, yeah, on the weekend I can see why these go up in price, because people like me want to buy them on the weekend and use them in FUT Champions. Okay, here we go. Let's get right back into it. I'm kind of wondering, now that I'm like looking at my squad, so Fernandinho's an absolute beast. He's a monster in center. I wonder if I should settle for him at 88 overall, or if I should try to find a higher modified version of him, or what. But I still think he's just so good all the way around. That's so tough to not want him. Thierry Henry in the striking position, nice. But yeah, so I think I'm going to keep sticking with the plan of trying to replace Hazard with at least a better shooting left winger. I'm more of a shooting guy rather than a dribbling guy. At least I think so anyway. But then again, it's always nice to have a really good dribbler, passer, and a guy with good pace like Eden Hazard. I could maybe even replace him with Quincy Promes, because Pogba's French, just like Quincy promised, and I could figure something out there too, but we'll see. Whatever is going to speak to us at the time. I found Raheem, I was looking around yesterday a little bit, and I found Raheem Sterling 93 Team of the Week for, I think, 170K coins. That is, not dollars, so geez, that'd be horrible. I would never, ever even touch that. So that was a pretty good deal, so that was some food for thought. I almost thought about getting Rashford too, just because, for one, I'm a Man U fan, so there goes my bias again. But really fast, can shoot pretty well, great physicality. He basically can do it all. I think passing might be the weakest part of his game, but not a huge deal for me personally. Just based on what I'm into, what I like. Like I said, I'm just gonna try to tire out my opponent's players a little bit too, because they're really overplaying me quite a bit here. And I see Mars up the wing. I'm gonna go for a shot here. Yeah, I knew I put a little too much sauce in it. Oh, but I got a corner. Okay, well, we'll take it. Let's see if tactic number 1's gonna work. Okay, we're gonna do tactic number 2. I'm just gonna cross it in right away here. That's the only problem with having Mahrez come out and do that, is since he's left-footed, it's got that natural curve to other places on the pitch. Let's see if I can get Salah to catch up a little bit. He was supposed to be covering Sterling right now, and wow, man, I got lucky there. My opponent tweaked. There goes the favorite word. That's the word of the day today, guys, tweak. My opponent tweaked. I tweaked. We all tweaked. We're tweaking.
It's Salah now.
Alright, Hazard's not gonna be able to catch up, but got in the way for it, so I am okay with that. I think my opponent wants to take his time, or take their time a little bit more, so we'll let them. It'll be fine. If they try to throw it to the middle of the pitch, I'm gonna sit here and grab it. That's another tough part too, is if everybody's covered when you're doing a throw-in, that's kind of tough to recover from that, just because it's just tough. It's just the name of the game. I'm going to do a lob through ball. Sometimes a deflection comes off there, and good move. And Julian Brandt got in the way. That's probably, yeah, offside. I knew that was coming. Oh, that drives me nuts when my strikers get in the way like that. It's like, get out of the way, I'm shooting, you know. But most of the time, players are pretty skilled at moving out of the way, so we'll take what we can get. That's a foul. Yeah.
Points for him. Mendy.
Try to apply that pressure a little bit just to make my opponent feel a little uncomfortable. Maybe try to pass right away. Which seems like a lot of my opponents have been doing that to me today. Man, that post is saving me today. Like I said, luck's on our side, guys. After having the battery fiasco this morning, luck is most certainly on my side. I have no doubt about it.
Keep on playing like this, I think.
That's good defense by Kyle Walker. I didn't realize Kyle Walker had like a 93 overall defending card this year. I mean, I guess if you look up any player, some of them I'm like, how do they have a... Alright, I'm going to take a shot here. Like I said, if I have a little bit of space just outside the box and I'm going straight at goal, I'm definitely taking that chance with some of my best strikers. That's definitely happening. I'm going to let them come out a little bit. I'm going to try tactic 1 here real quick. Yeah, it just wasn't enough on it. I'm going to see if I can... See, since this is Hazard, I'll rush after Griezmann. At least a little bit. I at least slowed him down a little bit to allow the rest of my squad to catch up. They're going to try to... My opponent seems like they like to dribble quite a bit. That just seems to be kind of their MO, so... Dribble and run. The run and gun, I call it. The run and gun for sure. I like to use my, at least I like to try and use my skill moves in a more strategic setting. Like right here, if I'm dribbling into the box like that, and you know, my opponent is panicking, I'll most certainly do a skill move or two, because it does a couple things. One, keeps them on their toes, and two, might even draw a foul. Good interception, Mo Salah.
Hazard giving the width to this attack. Now De Bruyne. Brandt. Fernandinho. Now here's a chance to get at the opposition. Shot on! He's blocked the shot well. That's his game, isn't it? Intercepting.
Good job, Fernandinho. Whoa, that was a weird pass. I'll switch the play.
Mahrez. He's looking for the cross. Hazard.
There's Hazard waiting for it. Yeah, that was a little weak. Just a little weak. That ball's going straight out.
It'll be a throw.
Yeah, I think the header was good. The play was good.
Mohamed
Just
Salah.
a little too soft. That's all.
Here's a chance to go down the outside of the opposition. Hazard.
See if I can get a good cross in here.
Still a chance in there.
Go
off the
back and get it,
goalkeeper.
Kevin. Yeah, poor Kevin. That's speaking of Kevin De Bruyne, so if you have not seen Bleacher Report TNT, you can look it up on YouTube. They did a series called The Champions based on it's basically an animated short series. It's based on the Champions League, all the players, all the teams. It's like a little mini series. It's just kind of funny. It's like almost like a satire type of thing. It's hilarious. I highly recommend checking it out. They all imitate the characters' voices or the players' voices, the managers, their personalities, you name it, they have it. I think it's totally worth checking out. Highly recommend it if you haven't yet.
Promising situation. They could have made more of that.
See if I can go get that ball. Actually, no, that's a little dangerous. That's Aurier. I don't want to take him off my back line at this point. Like I said, as long as we just slow down our opponent on breakaways, as long as we slow him down, we'll be okay. But yeah, the only thing I didn't like about the Champions is it just seemed like after a couple episodes, it just kind of, like, it seems like they did their best material first, just because they had so much ammo with the firing of Jose Mourinho, with the start of the Champions League. I just think they perhaps used too much of their ammo just too early, and I think the series kind of suffered for it. But there's 2 seasons of it. The episodes do get better as time goes on. It's even featuring Zlatan. He's so good that he doesn't even need to be in the Champions League to be in the series. So it's quite entertaining. Highly recommend checking it out if you haven't yet.
I think the manager's going to say at half-time, well, keep doing the same and you will get a goal. Because
sorry, I got a text message again. Just taking a quick second to respond.
Right, Martin. You've got to have faith in your strikers that if more and more chances do come their way, they will take them this time.
Okay, so my opponent's ready to go, 6-5. So it's been more of a defensive matchup for the most part. I think we're sharing possession for the most part. I just went through it so quickly. Let's see if my opponent's kind of ready. It's kind of funny, sometimes they'll like say, oh yeah, like click all the way through and then we'll get to the ball. It's like crickets. It's like, ooh, whoops.
Looking for an opening with some good controlled build-up. Griezmann.
I've seen so many players with Raheem Sterling Player of the Year card since it's been available, and I can, like I said, it's at a really great value, so I can see why players want it or willing to at least pursue it, because you could probably get it for 300-400K. Plus, if you already got really solid players on your bench, that also helps. Like I have Hazard, I could even trade up Hazard for Sterling perhaps. No, I gotta chase him all the way back. Oh boy. Yep, flood the middle again, flood the middle. See, now I got all these guys in the middle. I'm just gonna keep flooding the middle here. I'm not gonna let Sterling have a whole ton of time to react. Just let him. Was it a corner? Yeah, it's a corner. Okay, let's see here. Whoa, boy, get it out! Oh. Oh, terrifying, guys, terrifying.
And in it goes. Good defensive clearance there.
All right, I'll chase them out there just because Kevin is in the center anyway most of the time, and now players are starting to fall into formation. Nobody's down the wing, so who can I get to run up the wing here? Ah, see, my opponent's smart. They can see me looking at Mahrez down the wing and saying, "Oh, hey, there he is." Like I said, like opponents, they catch on, especially the ones I've been playing as of late. They really catch on quickly to my tactics, and it's honestly impressive. That was a wrong dribbling move by myself there. We'll backtrack a little bit. See, my opponent's on the front foot right now, so I've got to kind of be careful. Try to maybe a little bit more aggressively than I would normally. Because right now it seems like they're getting a lot of shots off. They're starting to catch up to me. I think this actually might be one of the first goal kicks I've had. So yeah, let's see if I can maybe get this ball upfield quickly. get in the hand or get it in the feet of my attackers.
Now Fernandinho.
Try to squeeze that pass into Mr. Julian Brandt. All right, now I'm gonna try to take a shot. Finish it. Oh no! One more time.
Ibrahimovic gets the goal.
Yeah, just like speak of the devil, just like I was talking about last game. Sometimes you hit the post twice and it it falls out, and I have never seen that done a third time. So, like I said, luck is on our side today, ladies and gentlemen. Luck is on our side. And like I said, no matter what happens, I just don't like to celebrate because my opponents, after I score, come back stronger than ever. I would hate to gloat and then it get rubbed in my face, so I just opt not to. See if I can just hang on to the ball here. Maybe switch the play. See, now I'm going to get Fernandinho to kind of run up the center a little bit. Wow, that was a fantastic pass by Brandt. I see somebody open on the wing, so oh, whoops, never mind. Forget I said anything. Just lost that ball. Yeah, it was a little too slow, I think. See, now I got to be even more aggressive because my opponent is going to start to panic with time running out. I'm just going to cross this ball in. Yeah, because my opponent is going to start to panic eventually because it's the 70th minute and they're down. But they've been playing really well, so they've got a chance for sure. And I would argue that I've just had more luck, really. I don't want to hang on to the ball for too long. Actually, no, that's not what I meant. I don't want to hang on to the ball too long before finally deciding who I'm going to pass it to. See, like just a couple seconds, just a good logical pass. I see somebody wide open in the center there. Oh, one more pass. That's so tough to do that one time. One time touch, I mean. Like, you know, just one tap and just right in. That's just a wayward pass right there. I'll take a chance and try to pass it to Brandt in the wing here. And the chance, I guess you could see. Yeah, no, it's definitely paid off. Oh, that's huge. Good shot, Kevin. Kevin De Bruyne, I haven't really had too much of a chance to test out his heading ability since I've had his fitness card, but from what I've been seeing, it's quite good. I will still stand by from the FUT draft the other day. Littmanen's card, out of this world. Just as an attacker, absolutely out of this world.
Going to get a corner here because of that deflection.
I think after this corner, I'm going to make a sub. I think I'm going to bring on Busquets in favor of Kevin De Bruyne, just to get more of a defensive presence going. And just to give Fernandinho a bit of a rest, Paul Pogba as well. Actually, I might even be a little bit more bold than... Oh, nope, can't do it anymore. Can't do it anymore, that changes that plan. So my original plan was put in Rice and Busquets and just go all-out defensive in the center, but now with that goal, it's going to stick with the formula, Busquets and Paul Pogba again in the center. Maybe I'll even take out Hazard for Pizzi in this case, just because of the fact that if I need to get a goal really quickly, Pizzi is a reliable shooting option and he's fast. Not the best dribbler, but he can get the job done.
In half.
Okay, so we got about 9 minutes left. That's about 3 minutes left, 2.5 minutes left in FIFA time. So as long as we keep it going, I'm going to take my time here. Thierry or as Martin Taj says, Thierry Henry. I like how he says it. It's much more elegant than the way I say it. Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry. See, the middle of the park's open again, just like it kind of was last game. Because now they're going to swarm, and it's really important that I hang on to that ball.
There's some potential in this move. Saw the pass coming.
Oh boy. Oh yikes, that was huge. Huge opportunity for me right there. I kind of missed that. Oh, he's got Messi. Yikes. Oh boy. Keep it. Kick it out. I tried passing it to David Day and it just wouldn't go. Kind of unfortunate, but that's alright. We're still doing okay. See, now this is a case where my opponent doesn't know what to do. When you get into these corners like this in FIFA, it's just so much more difficult to really get that ball in. And okay, I'm just going to hold on to it now and just wait a few seconds here. I think I'm going to hoof it upfield. I think that's really the only option in this. And maybe I can try to pass it off to... Oh boy. See, that's where it gets kind of dangerous. Alright, let's see if we can hang on here, guys, for just another minute. Guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, all of Hippo Nation. Good job, Paul. Alright, looks like just... Oh, they bring up the keeper? Alright. This is the first time I've actually seen my opponent do this. That's kind of cool. Goal kick yet? Nope. As long as I have Big Zlatan here in the center, I'm good. I'm just going to hoof it downfield. See if I can score. Alright, we did. We went on for another win. I think that makes it 4 wins now. Maybe 3. I've lost count already. We're just having so much fun that I can't even keep track. Okay, so more coins, more division rivals points. That's good for us. 4 wins. Okay, we're already at bronze 1 and we've only played 8 games. So that's really, I think that's exciting. We're keeping at about 500, which for me is pretty normal. Maybe we'll shoot for getting a winning record this time around, but we'll see. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I think for a little while, I think that about does it for the stream. I think I'll be back probably sometime tomorrow for about 10 to 12 more games, and we'll have a little bit more fun. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Thank you, Hippo Nation. I really appreciate it. I'll be signing off, and have an awesome evening. Thank you.